Hello, and welcome back to Roll4It, the game where we play Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, at the same time as raising money for charity, and hopefully not getting killed. Right, so does anyone want to introduce themselves and where they've been last week?
Well, we went in alphabetical order this time, so I think it needs to be reverse alphabetical order this time.
That sounds fair. Everyone suddenly goes, what's my second letter of my name?
It's a fight between me and you there, Anna.
we all start with A, so it's a little complicated.
Okay, it's probably Annalise, since I guess null space is like first.
Does it really matter?
No, it doesn't.
Just whoever wants to go first can go
What
first.
have you been up to this
I
week?
will go first.
Well done.
My name is unfortunately geekgirly_gaming. I have been sick all week after recovering from last week where I was really tired. I got sick after that. I've been streaming on my channel. And that's really about it. That's all of the excitement in my life, really, that I can talk about right now.
Well, you had a lot of excitement last week, so you're kind of like making up for the excitement with tiredness
I'm
and
trying to
illness.
recover from the excitement at this point. Yeah. Yep. That's all I got.
Okay, Annalise, it's you then. You can't
Okay.
skip this one now.
Okay, well, I'm Annalise, or Miss Cashnell, and I've not really done much the past week other than start a new series on my channel, pretty much. So I've
was
just
the
been
new
getting back
series?
into swing of recording. I've started doing Soma on the channel, so
I've
it's been
seen a lot
pretty
of people playing that,
decent.
actually.
Yeah. Other than that, not much.
Cool.
How about you, Rumba? What have you been up to?
Is it already me? I'm fourth. I'm last. I did the math. AR is the longest, is the latest alphabetical.
I'm so confused
Yeah.
right now.
Fine, right. Well,
Did I? How
Rumba's
back did you
foregoing his turn. I've been doing pretty well. Most of my time has been taken up with my ferrets, and in the tiny bit of free time that I've got to be able to squeeze around them, I've started a new series, a new board game night with Quill18, Shenrir, Marbazir, and Majin. We're playing Pandemic. The first episode of that will be going up later.
Oh, Pandemic's so
today.
much fun.
It is enormously fun. And other than that, the truck has just been taken over. Started playing Tactics Ogre on my channel really recently. That's actually enormously fun, so I'm really enjoying that. Constantly wanting to get back to record it. Having to pace myself at the moment instead of just batch recording like 20 episodes and not getting any advice from anyone who knows the game better than me. So yeah. So how about you, Arumba?
Just, a little bit more Crusader Kings 2, a little bit of E4. I did just start playing a new one, The Awakening, and it's kind of neat. It's good. Needs some work. Still an alpha. Or I guess it's a beta. Other than that, I'm just recalling how you shot me in the neck. It's been on my mind a lot lately.
No. I shot an arrow and the arrow decided your neck was where it wanted to be. It was fake. It was balance. The universe.
I don't trust
took
you.
the arrow from its intended
your
path
eyes
to your neck.
Your eyes were clearly looking at me. Because you have,
Damn it!
irises,
My eyes were
so-
looking at everywhere. It's
Exactly.
called peripheral vision, my friend.
That's how I know you were shooting at me. So, anyway, that's what I've been up to. Just lots of
Bloody
reflection.
half elf.
Yeah.
Fair enough. And I've just basically been playing a lot of Prison Architect recently. Because it's so much
Fun
fun.
game.
Yeah. Have you played the escape mode yet?
No, I haven't. I played it in alpha.
Yeah, I haven't played it for like 1.5 years, so getting back into it, I'm like, yeah, I miss Golden Age management sims, and you can take control of a prison and then try and escape, which basically consists of me running into the armory, grabbing a shotgun, and shouting no witnesses repeatedly.
Very nice.
It was fun. Anyway, so we're going to get on with the show. What happened last week was effectively you walked into a halfling village. It turned out that there was a death dog killing people. You accused someone, rightly or wrongly, of necromancy, killed their kids, who were zombies, and then their house burned down. And then you killed the death dog.
I think the were zombies was more important than the person's kids, but
True.
details.
True. And then you killed the death dog, but it turns out the death dog possibly came from somewhere, or someone like is controlling it, or something is going on because you found it had a collar, a makeshift collar out of the sheriff's belt. The sheriff went missing, and now you're kind of waiting to try and create that payment by finding out what's going on with that. Is that correct?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So we're going to quickly do a shout out for our charity. Who wants to do that today?
Charity hype.
Dead silence.
I'll do it.
Yay! Well done.
Annalise, do it.
The one that everyone wouldn't have expected to do it.
I know. Also, the one no one expected to steal the kid's piggy bank.
Piggy bank. Hashtag piggy bank.
Worth it.
You've actually
Worth
got
it.
a piggy bank. That's fantastic. My lord. I
Yeah,
feel the
so-
Sith coming on. I'm just going to have to put my hood up for a little bit. Till the evil abates.
Okay, so we are raising money for Charity Water. It's a non-profit organisation that brings clean and safe drinking water to people in developing nations, and they supply things like freshwater wells, rainwater catchments, and sand filters. 100% of all the public donations go straight to the water project costs as well, which I think is just like super awesome. And it's just the fact that a simple act of giving is just like, it's easy access to clean water helps in so many different ways for people. And I don't remember what our target is now for today's stream.
Today, I think we're going to try and push for 1,900, so we're like only 300 away from that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Weren't you also saying there are now like stretch goals as well? If we hit
Yeah.
the main goal, which means we get a little bit of loot, then that's 100% of our goal. And then there's another stretch of 200 and 300. Do you want to talk about
Yeah,
that?
so if we get like double the daily goal, then someone, I don't know if you can fight over it or just randomly assign it, gets an inspiration die, which they can add to a roll to boost one roll. And if we get 300, then everyone gets a 1.5 times experience boost for this session. Right. So basically
the
everyone
loot
can
one
level up.
goes to the next session, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, the loot one appears in the next session randomly. I'll point out after the session what the loot actually was. I did get people to vote on what loot will turn up this session.
Okay.
The poll closed yesterday, and I've got the loot. So
I was very good. I didn't
will
look.
appear.
I wanted to, but I didn't.
I don't believe you.
I really
I was
didn't.
actually going to say, see, I was good. I didn't look. Avik, what was it?
I
Like,
maybe
I was
playing a
seriously going
tiefling
to do
rogue
that.
doesn't
You're
mean I
the
am
rogue.
one.
It's your job to do this stuff.
You're all
Remember that you
horrible,
look.
horrible people stereotyping me. I'm lovely, Reedy. I just occasionally shoot people in the neck. I mean, accidentally shoot people in the neck.
Okay, so yeah, we're currently on 36% towards our goal for today.
Yay.
We started off with 1,416. We did get like a $150 donation yesterday, which I've counted towards it, so we've started off quite high up. And then hopefully we'll get you some nice XP or loot or whatever for next time.
Yay.
So, should we dive right in?
I think we should.
Okay.
Aye.
So you all go back to the inn, the old Trout, and you all spend the night there because you wanted to do some healing, long rests, etc. Get your spell slots back, correct?
Yeah.
Are there
Yeah.
any shops in this little halfling village?
Sure, there are a few, and it's a small village, but yeah, is what you
They're
want.
very
Yeah.
little.
I'm just
They're very
curious.
small.
I was just curious.
Okay.
I'm
Right.
only worried about one shop right now, the one that sells ale, beer, alcohol.
Mm.
Well, you can go
Coffee.
back to you go back to the inn. It'll cost you 1 gold piece each for the night to get all your bed and board and stuff.
Wait, what?
That includes,
How
you know,
come?
What a
one
ripoff.
pint. Oh wait, you're performing, aren't you?
Yeah, we already arranged it with the innkeep. No, we're good. We're covered.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. So you're
Aha.
performing tonight.
Thanks, Aramil.
I already performed
Ooh.
today.
Oh, that
Still
reminds
today. Is not? Did we like go on that quest in the middle of the night?
You performed last night, then you went out, you came back, then you went out again in the middle of the day, and you spent the entire day out at Battle Roars, which is currently a smoking crater in the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we should really bring up that we were there.
Yeah.
Just on a hunch,
Yeah.
you know.
Maybe
Okay.
a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, fine. I guess we have to perform again.
Okay. So,
Whilst
Miss
we're
Higgins
at-
looks inspectingly at you.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm waiting for the hive mind to decide what we're gonna sing today.
Well, whilst you're off doing your
Um,
weird druidy elvish stuff, I'm going to go over to Battle Roller. It's Battle Roller. I mean, Wolf Slayer. You people with your double word names, and ask if I can check out the ring. Can
Oh,
I have
sure.
a look at your ring?
But before, I'm not going right back to the inn.
Oh,
Okay.
drat.
I'm going back to the ruins, which are hopefully no longer flaming, and searching for the bones of Battle Roar.
Okay, so you go to the house at the edge of the village, about 150 feet out, 200 feet out. There's still a few flames licking at sort of bits of kindling and whatever, but most of the place is just sort of collapsed in on itself, pile of ash.
Okay, start digging.
Okay. Anything particular you're looking for?
The bones of Battle Roar.
Okay. I guess that would be make an investigation roll, because it'll go off intelligence, because you're looking for bones in a fire.
Investigation. Aww. I thought I had a good one of that. And I'm not making it a secret that this is what I'm going to do. So if anybody wants to come with me, they can. But there was cause for doubt, and I would like to try and eliminate that. Right. Where?
I'm busy. I'm singing a song. I'm securing our stay at the inn. So.
Okay.
For cripe's sake. I find nothing.
How badly did you roll?
5.
Yeah,
don't even
you
find the house.
don't find... You pull up like a piece of timber and then go, no, that's just a piece of timber, and you put it down.
No.
Nothing.
Okay, so there used to be things like taking a 20. Is that a thing that I can do? Because I've got hours to do this search.
I'll rule that as that sort of search took like an hour, and you were looking for things. What you do is you find a lot of debris, nothing particular of interest. You do find a sort of charred locket of some kind, but you don't find anything else really.
Well, I'll take the charred locket if I think it can be uncharred.
Sure. You have in your possession one charred, silver-looking locket.
Silver-looking locket.
Well, it's kind of charred at the moment. But it's definitely made of metal.
So can I keep looking? Can I try again? I mean,
if you want to go back another day, you can, but I will rule that like one investigation is, for a very long period of time. It's a very large, you've got to go through an entire building, dig through all of the stuff. So it's quite an extended test.
Okay.
Right, so.
Well, I would definitely like to, start my entertainment. What time is it now? Like, is it late? Can I start entertaining?
Sure.
I have a few songs selected for this evening. I'm going to sing songs. I'm not going to sing them personally, but I'm going to tell you what I'm singing. So we got this one fantastic song. It was written just now. It's called "Arrow to the Neck" by Aramel Silverkin. It's a classic tale. It's rhyme speak, right? So it's a fantastic story about this evil bastard and his arrows. And that's basically it. So
I'm jeering throughout this song.
it's completely. I mean, it's totally hypothetical. It's not. It's not based on real life events at all.
No, not at all.
I'm jeering anyway. In fact, I used my thaumaturgic cantrip to make the whole jeering sound extra specially loud.
I'm just shaking my head at you to.
Fair enough. So there's some clamor in the background, and there's some jeering, and then over all of this, there is more jeering, which everyone just sort of looks around, confused, and then just continues on. It's quite a happy song. Can you roll for your performance, please?
Absolutely. All right. Well, this is a performance roll.
Yes.
Yep.
+5.
Somebody in Enter Elysium's chat, and you guys will probably hate me for this, brought up the fact that both Aramil and I are diseased. That means some of our rolls are at disadvantage until we manage
including
to
this one.
get through it. So
That's a good point.
Okay.
and my search roll I think would have been as well, but moot point. So
That's fine.
Okay, so I'll roll another roll then. I had a 16. Now I have a 7. So 7 + 5, 12.
Okay, so the hobbits are still fairly pleased. It's a small village. They don't get a lot of performance through. They sort of, a couple of people tapping their feet, humming along, and one or two sort of, who are maybe a bit worse for wear, are actually sort of cheering and so on. And then this loud cheering from nowhere. But no, yeah, that's fine. You know, Mrs. Miggins comes over. She puts a pint of ale in front of you. Well, it was the Battle Royal Stout or whatever. Not Battle Royal Stout.
Made for
Battle
actual
Master,
battle
whatever it
rollers.
was. No
Careful,
more
that's
Battle Royals,
necromantic
unfortunately.
beer.
Was it made from Battle Roar's corpse or something? Or
Sorry, corpse.
No, we couldn't find that.
oh, right. Shall we go looking for it as a group, or what are we doing tonight?
I already looked, apparently. And
Yeah.
Has Wolfslayer returned
went
to
right
the inn after her fruitless search?
About you know, sort of vaguely 8 p.m.-ish. Wolfslayer walks in covered in a bit of sort of grey dust and soot and some black char stains down her trousers.
Okay. And what's Scarlet doing at this point? Just so I've got this in my mind.
Well, I've just been shaking my head at you two, but mostly I've been trying to decide what we should be doing tomorrow.
I'm just sat
Well-
at the table enjoying an ale.
hopefully making my disease saving roll.
Yeah,
believe
so
it's in
I'm-
24 hours. I'll just check for you.
Yeah, I'm curious about the disease because I think as a druid I have some sort of, maybe I don't have the spells yet, but I'm a healer, so let's get this stuff squared away. Can any kind of healing fix this disease, or do we need to get it cured by somebody?
Make a nature. Ooh, would it be nature? Yeah, I'll call it a nature check.
Didn't he already do a medicine check today for the disease? Right at the end of the last session?
Yeah, he tried to do something with the disease with medicine
That
check,
was-
but I'll let you do a nature check.
That was
What'd you get?
last. I haven't rolled yet. I will roll right now. Do I still have to roll at disadvantage?
Yep.
Yes.
Rolls with disadvantage, and I get a 6.
You don't know. Your mind is very fuzzy at the moment. You've got a throbbing headache. You're not too sure. There was a dog with 2 heads and it bit you, but you're not. No, I'm sorry. You don't
Say
know
that
the
we
bright
just
lights.
ignore all random encounter type things until we are both healthy again, because this disadvantage thing sucks.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm gonna go meditate. I don't know. Do you want to go meditate? We can go meditate together. It only takes like 4 hours.
Wow, that was
We're talking about
an interesting
Meditation.
Is this
We're
how
talking about
elves
Do you want to go
do this?
meditate
You
together?
just want to keep
Wow.
rubbing that in.
It's meditation. That's all
Uh-huh.
I'm doing. Hey, I'm just talking about meditation. I can meditate, then you can meditate.
I meditate by
Yeah,
hitting
together.
things. Did you really want to do that together?
Hit things. No.
There you
Okay.
go.
So we're entertained, right? Everyone's entertained. We can sleep. I'm gonna go rest. I'm just gonna go sleep. Can I like sleep hard and like try to recover?
You don't sleep.
Can
you
I meditate? Can I meditate for 8 hours to try to cure myself?
Technically, a long rest is 8 hours. You spend 4 hours meditating. You spend the other 4 lounging around doing very, like, not taxing
elf-like things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
elven things. Very elven
much.
things.
Looking at things in the dark from 30 feet away. That's basically all I do at night.
Okay, but you're going to go take your long rest.
Yeah, sure.
I
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
you get
long
all your
rest.
spells back. You get up to half your hit die pull back, but considering you only got 1, you're good. That gets your hit die back.
Do you need us to roll for that, or what's the deal on that?
do you need me to actually change, like tell you when I change my memorized spells?
I'll trust you to, just select them.
People will call me out if I don't do it because I'm like checking the boxes on my character sheet to say what I've got memorized. So
Yeah. Okay, you're good. Okay, so you wake up the next morning. You go down to breakfast. There's a few hobbits in there, not many. We're talking maybe an extra 2. Mrs. Miggins walks over. She puts your food down in front of you. Today, it's some sort of fried toast type thing with some sort of very creamy butter scraped over it and some sort of salted meat of some kind. Probably pork.
Excellent. I tuck in immediately.
Okay.
yeah, I'll have a bit of that. Sounds fascinating. By the way,
no.
Miss, do you happen to know if there's anyone in town who might be involved with medicine?
Hey, medicine, you say? What? You don't look that well.
No, don't feel so well. No, feel-
He sleeps around a
You're
lot.
wrong.
It was bound to happen.
I meditate around a lot. Excuse me. Get it right.
She looks a little bit taken aback, but, well, we don't judge around here. And she sort of leans slightly away from you, just as if, she's a bit scared of being in your mere presence. Well, if you want, I can go ask, one of my neighbors. I mean, they might be able to help you. Normally, they're the midwife around here.
Midwife. Not sure that's what I need, but okay. Thank you. That sounds fantastic. Please do.
Okay. She nods. She walks over to one of the serving lads and mentions to him, points in your direction. The serving lad stifles what you think may have been a chuckle and heads out the door.
While all that's going on, I assume we're all together eating breakfast at the moment. So I would turn to Wolfsley and say, so, about that ring, have you had a chance to look at it yet?
Oh, no. I hand it over to look at.
Oh, fantastic. Can I have a look at this ring, see if there's anything unusual about it? Because, armor rings aren't that common.
Okay, so it's an armor ring. It's got, a ring part to it. And then over the back, there's several segmented pieces going down to a cap that goes around your index finger, just around basically the first joint.
Right.
And on the back of the actual, index finger part of it, there is a spine pointing forwards with, a little bit of a sort of gentle spike on it. And it looks like it's made out of sort of a brass. And there's some sort of very intricate pattern woven along the inside of the cap.
Regarding the pattern, can I have a closer look, see if this pattern might have anything to it, or?
Make an Arcana check.
Okay. That would be D20 plus my initiative. My bonus for Arcana, which is 4.
Wow.
9. No, actually 13. Sorry, 9 plus.
That's
4.
13 with your bonuses.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's not bad at all. You look at it, and you think this is basically some sort of very weak magical item, probably designed to use the sort of pointing of your finger or the direction of your finger to cast something. It has very limited ability to be used. You're not sure exactly what it would cast. Probably something maybe to do with fire or something along those lines. And it uses the action of your outstretched arm to, direct it vaguely.
Okay. Well, I relate this information to Wolfslayer as I kind of grudgingly hand it back. But, but I would stress that I'm not entirely sure what this thing could do, but it's definitely magical. My best guess is that it's going to cast some sort of ray or something.
When you relate that it casts something, she looks all disappointed. But when you say fire, she lights up again.
Again, that's just a guess. For all I know, it could fire a stream of water at something. I don't know, but
I don't
should definitely have someone have a look at that who knows what they're talking about. Who's got tomes and books that they can research.
Put it on. I put it into my little belt pouch.
Okay.
Maybe near the coffee beans.
Okay.
Maybe it's a laser pointer. Maybe.
All cats around you suddenly have to make a wisdom saving check.
Achoo.
Okay.
At this point, my companions will probably notice that I'm sort of, whilst I am definitely tucking into my food, and they've probably noticed that I am, ravenously, leaping on any food that's put before me. I actually don't eat all of it, and I'm squirreling some away into a pouch on my belt, all the time.
Everyone, make perception checks who isn't Avak. Oh, isn't Melfast, sorry. Who's this Avak?
Is that at a disadvantage or an advantage or what?
It's a disadvantage if you're ill.
Still disadvantage.
Okay, so it's fine for
But
me.
what
Yeah.
if I have proficiency in that? Doesn't that give me advantage?
You still... No, proficiency just allows you to add your proficiency bonus, which is 2 at your level.
Okay.
I got
Bye.
a critical fail. +5, up 6.
Well done. You're doing really well with these ones. Fair play.
Malthus.
Scarlet also failed with a crit.
So I got an 8.
An 8. So we had 2 critical fails and an 8.
Oh, this is fantastic. I wish I was, actually pinching things off.
I
of
don't
people.
actually care
No.
that he's stealing food.
I'm not stealing it.
Okay.
I'm literally taking it off my plate and putting it into my pocket. But yeah,
Wolf
you
Slayer,
didn't notice.
you don't notice what's going on. Straight up. However, Aramil coughs, and some bloody toast crumbs go flying out of his mouth and land on Scarlet's toast just as she goes to eat it. She doesn't notice. If you wouldn't mind to make a Constitution saving throw.
And we have already
Wow.
topped last session for grossness.
Well done.
I don't feel very well.
I feel like I'm playing Pandemic again. Oh,
Nice
well done.
roll, but you have
Yes.
to roll again.
Lovely.
Wait,
roll
no,
again?
no, she doesn't. I was thinking of
she's
the other
not
one.
already
Yeah.
sick.
I'm not sick. Yeah, it's just you, me, Anna.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Thank
Scarlet
goodness.
briefly feels a little bit queasy, shakes her head, and gets on with eating her food ravenously.
Fair enough.
I
Well done.
noticed what happened, though I don't comment. I just kind of huddle round my food, just kind of using one arm as a shield as I peer at Aramil as I continue to eat and occasionally squirrel some away.
Okay?
So it's a new day. Can I try to diagnose this illness again, or have we heard back from the innkeeper's friend?
I would say since you made a knowledge test, you don't know. You just can't remember. You don't know, so you can't make another check on that one. But shortly after, you're thinking of, maybe what's going wrong with you. You're still not sure. Mrs. Miggins pops back over. She goes, "Oh well, I've got my friend here. She should be able to help you. This is let me check my Hobbit names. Rostrix Tallfellow. She should be able to help you with this one. I've got a list, so every time you ask for just a random person, I can be like, I know who they are. So Rostrix Tallfellow comes over, and she's a bit short for halfling. She's almost gnome height. She's fairly wide, but not in a, she's overweight kind of way, just in her pure build. She's almost like a dwarf in that kind of regard.
Okay.
And she looks up at all of you, except for Scarlet, who she just looks at, and goes, "Hey, so what's the problem over here?"
I coughed up some blood recently, and I feel pretty bad. I got bit by it was a bad dog. What was it called?
Death
It was a
dog.
Was it Death Dog?
Death. It was a death dog. It really hurt, and then I got shot in the neck, and I feel really bad. Can you help me?
Just breaking down.
I'm being
Hey.
very persuasive. I'm appealing to her emotion. Please help me. I feel sick.
Where did you get bit? Because I was told that it was something completely different. Do you want to have this talk in private?
No, that's not. No,
This is
that
fantastic.
didn't happen. I don't remember. We can go in private if you want. I haven't meditated for at least 8 hours.
I don't recommend you be alone with him, honestly.
I'll show her
Just gonna say.
where I got bit. And
Okay.
say I got bit too, because it's like on my leg, and I can just be like, right here.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay.
So
So she goes over, she looks at your leg. She, takes away whatever you've used to sort of, temporarily stop the bleeding or whatever. And she looks at it. And as she takes the dressing off, you can tell there's this sort of vague stench of off meat.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. It smells bad. And she looks at it. She puts the padding back on, and she pulls something out, gets out this sort of new padding. It's basically a bit of cloth, and she puts some herbs on the inside. She changes the padding on your wound. She goes over to Aramel. She does the same with a little bit more trepidation. And then she just says, "Well, that's the best I can do. I don't know what bit you. Other than that, it was that blasted dog. Hopefully, it'll clear up. I think that the best thing you can do is, take it easy. And, every day you might be able to, shrug off its effects. And if you don't manage to throw it off, in the next week, you should probably go and ask somewhere like Port Town or
Be
somewhere."
At this
Thank
point,
you.
I've turned to Scar and I'm like, well, especially after hearing her say, you should get some rest, I say, well, shall we go and have a look around whilst these two are resting up?
Yeah, we may as well find out what's going on.
I want to ask the lady where the nearest town is, or like, larger town that might have a healing establishment of some kind that is more than just a midwife. Not that
that'll be Port Town. It's about a day and a half's travel down the road from here.
That's not too bad.
Okay.
Would she like anything for her services? I have a charred silver-looking locket.
It's nothing at all. I mean, don't worry about it. And did you proffer the locket?
Did I what?
Did you proffer the locket? Did you show it to her?
No.
No,
I wasn't going to actually offer the locket.
You're fine.
Could offer her money if she wanted it, but
no. She shakes her head and she says, "No. You it's just a bit of bandaging, and around here we look after our own, and you've taken good care of us, so it's only fair."
Well, thank you.
And she looks up at the druid and says, "Maybe you should tell that one to be a little bit more careful in future, though."
I'll try my best. I'm going to try to avoid that Melfast character. He shot me. Did you see it? Right through the neck.
I'm looking forward to
She looks at your neck, and you've
Melfast.
got like just a tiny patch of like pink skin on each side.
Did you hear the song?
It goes,
I sang a song last night. Unrelated. But
I'm sure you did. And she pulls out a small pouch of herbs in a little brown, like sort of woven flax bag, like maybe the size of your fist. She gives it to you, Aramel, and she says, "And this will be for the other thing," and winks.
What other thing?
And she's like, "Yep, no other thing at all." And then she just leaves.
I love that the look on your face was pretty much what I would expect from somebody who's like, what other thing? I don't know what you're talking about. Thank you.
Oh, fantastic. Right, so at this point, I'm heading out. I spoke loud enough that hopefully both Slane and Aramel could hear what my intentions were, to just go out and have a look around. Hopefully.
No, I'll go with you.
Oh, you're coming
Yeah, I'm
along?
heading with you as well.
Fantastic. Does Aramil feel up to it? No itching or chafing?
Well, I'm sure?
Sure?
good. I'm good.
Okay.
So long as if Wolfslayer's up, I'm up.
Okay.
We meditated about the same time together. Remember?
Uh-huh. I still want to know where this meditation rule comes from. I haven't found it yet.
What?
So how does the rest work for healing? Because I'm still not clear how many hit points I have right now.
When you do a long rest, you get your full hit points back.
Okay. How does the disease factor into that then?
It does not.
Okay. Yeah.
I will tell you when you can get to make a test against your disease again.
Okay. Thank you.
By the way, I'm briefly not going to be able to hear you as my headset is running out of battery.
Oh. Okay.
What?
Quickly, let's discuss the fact that there's a necromancer loose.
If you believe so.
Oh.
What? Damn it!
Yeah, I've got used to doing that quickly.
Well, we can always go back to checking to make sure those bones are there if
Okay.
that'll make you more comfortable, Aramel. I will,
Sure.
I will
walk
happily
around the
do more
town
heavy lifting on that front.
and actually check things out myself. Just the town, actually looking for shops, that sort of thing, and asking generally, walking around, seeing if anyone has got
Definitely.
anything that might relate to it, like anyone who witnessed the attack, because it was a halfling who was, I think, mauled to death in the middle of the square before we got here for the death dog last night. Was that right?
Yeah.
So check out, find out if anyone knows who they were or anything like that.
Okay. So you two, Aramel and Wolfslayer, you're going to go poke around in the ashes some more.
Yeah.
Melfast, you wanted to poke around the town. Scarlet, where do you want to go?
I'm going to go with Melfast because I'm curious about the Death Dog Blade.
So
Okay, cool.
The two sick ones are going to go try to make disadvantage throws
You can
against.
go and meditate together.
Apparently.
I mean, we're not going to judge. It's a strong
Okay,
bond
well,
between
hey.
you two. We can see.
Indeed. Well, if we're going to meditate again, then I have spells to cast, so that's good.
Okay, that's an odd chat-up line. Right, so if you two, you walk up towards what is now a little bit of a damp pile of ash, with a couple of hobbits, going through it, trawling the remains, dumping it into buckets of ash, and going to move that away from the land. You can have a poke around if you want. They're not going to stop you. They look at you curiously, but they know your reputation now.
Okay, what kind of roll would this be then? If we're gonna do
You both need to make investigation rolls.
investigation at a disadvantage.
At disadvantage.
Okay, sounds good. Come on, cross your fingers. I got a 9.
I got a 13.
Okay. You managed to pull out of the wreckage a bone. It's a bone from someone's hand. It's damaged. It's blackened. It's charred. You are not sure exactly whose hand it came from or how old the person was, but it looks like a bone from a finger or a hand.
Case closed. He must be
say
dead,
so?
right?
You
no,
say so?
no. It's planted. I don't know.
I
feel
am
like
trying
I just feel
my
rotten.
best to appease you, and that is it. That's basically the extent of it.
I feel rotten. I can cast Longstrider. We'll run to that other town and get healed, and they won't even notice. We'll be back before they can pick it out. This sucks.
Okay, so while you're looking through the wreckage,
Then
you're
my
kind of
cough
trying
will
to
no longer
not.
be good role playing.
Yeah, you've got this horrible cough. Every time you sort of glance up in the direction of the sun, your eyes sort of it burns your brain, and
Burns
you
your
try
brain?
and just sort of.
That's rather
that's
Yeah,
serious.
you look at the sun and you get this sort of vaguely throbbing sensation in the back of your eyes going into your head. Your body just feels like numb, and you're not having a good time at the moment. Your wound is burning and freezing both at the same time. Yeah. Right, Malthus and Scarlet, are you investigating the town together?
Yeah, may as well.
Yeah.
Investigation rolls, please.
Okay.
I don't know if I have a town sound effect, do I? I have a city, but I don't have a village.
Investigation would be plus my intelligence, so...
I don't have a good roll for this. Oh, actually, 19.
right.
Never mind.
I'm not
Back to
there,
back.
so BRB.
I got a 5.
Okay,
I might as well do the same.
Sure. So what are you looking for?
Basically, any signs for this death dog? I mean, it was there last night.
Probably looking around for any other... any people who are kind of dealing with what happened, because, I mean, someone literally got torn apart by a dog. The dog, I imagine it's been cleaned up by someone, and I imagine it's probably still a bit of a chore. There's probably a bit of damage or blood, certainly, around the place. Just looking for who to look for at the moment.
Surely there must
Well-
be someone in the town that's related to the person
Yeah.
as well.
Just asking.
Okay, so
around.
quite easily you find just past the edge of town to the south, your friend, the deputy from the other night, just standing next to a bonfire, which is probably midway through its burning, and on top of that you can see the hulk of the death dog just dumped there.
Okay.
You can talk to him?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
Do you-
hello, it's you.
Hi. You've got this under control, I see. Do you happen to know anything more? Have you spoken to anyone about this? About the person who got attacked?
Yeah, the person who, the poor fella, we grew up together. That was Jim. He works over at the farriers.
Does he have a family?
No, his family died, a few months ago when the plagues came through town. The same plague that took Battle Roar's children from him. Bless his soul. I haven't seen him around. I don't know what's happened. Maybe we're still looking through the wreckage.
He's fine.
Had the dog done anything else? Because, I mean, when we got here, there was just a scream. Was it on one person was hurt, or had it done anything else?
No,
Any
luckily,
damage?
thanks to you and your timely intervention, it was only the one person. It could have been a lot worse.
Did anyone
Weren't there
see
two
what
people?
direction it came from?
I'm afraid not. Most people were staying in their homes because they were a bit afraid it would come back.
Oh, at that point, I ask, what kind of shops and provisioners are around the town? Because this may take us a bit of time. May want to get restocked. I'm certainly going to need to restock my arrows.
Oh, well, if you want, the farrier also serves as a bit of a blacksmith and also sells some hunting supplies.
Okay, that's brilliant.
I mean, he might be able to help you. In terms of other stuff, you know, there's the midwife. She does a bit of apothecary work if you need herbs or something. We've got a greengrocer's.
Okay, well, that's fine.
Anything more exotic is really sold from behind the bar at the inn.
What do you mean by exotic?
Well, you know, things that wouldn't normally be covered by any of the the general shops around here. I mean, we're a pretty small village.
I see. Turning to Scarlet, have you got any idea where we can go next? I mean, it's day now. This would be the right time to be having a look around.
I'm not sure. We've not really got much leads when it comes to searching for this thing.
Do you still have
No
the
one really
belt?
witnessed anything. It should do, yeah.
Show the belt to the, was it a deputy? You said he was?
Yeah, I think it was a deputy.
Yeah, it was a deputy of the town militia.
All right.
So he's not particularly got any training really
Yeah.
of any kind.
Okay,
We
so
found this
I'll...
Belt
Again,
on
sure,
the
yeah.
dog as a kind of a makeshift collar. Looks like it belonged to the sheriff.
He turns it over. He has a look at it. He goes, "It definitely belonged to the sheriff. There's his initials up there at the top."
Yep. Thank you very much for...
You're saying he turned into that dog, and he turns around and looks at the dog.
I doubt... Well, I don't think so. I
Oh,
doubt...
good.
he
I
turned
wouldn't
into
want to
the
have
dog.
burned him.
But, you know, given that he might have, and you're just burning him unceremoniously on this pyre here,
His eyes go kind of wide.
I think you may have done something a bit bad here. I mean, I would hate for it to get around that you've potentially burnt the body of the Shire Reeve in such a disrespectful way.
He's suddenly very silent.
I mean, I know you probably didn't think of this. I believe you, but the others might not. However, I mean, I could put a good word in for you around the town. I could perhaps even just not mention this at all. But, I mean, it's expensive to replace arrows.
Melfast, what are you doing?
I'm trying to protect this poor fellow from an honest mistake that many people wouldn't believe was honesty.
Make an intimidation check.
I was not trying to be intimidating.
Sounded awfully persuasive to me.
I know. I was trying to...
And not that I'm there. I'm off meditating with Anna.
So an
No,
intimidation
you're still
check.
trudging through ash.
No, I'm doing an extra rest because it only takes 4 hours.
16.
No. It's not. The sheriff only has one head. He looks at you kind of shocked, surprised, and a little bit scared.
I mean, I know it's an honest mistake. I mean, where I come from, this sort of thing happens all the time, and people just know to be aware of it. But out here, I'm sure most people might not think that you butchered and brutalized the sheriff's corpse. I mean, mostly they might forgive you, I think. I mean, you know what, I'll just go and let them know, shall I?
It was your one with the large axe who brutalized the corpse. That wasn't me.
No. She just laid it, she killed it. You've set it on fire and just dumped it on a pile of wood. It's very disrespectful. I mean, how can you say that he's been put to rest? Got turned into a giant dog, got killed necessarily, and then you didn't even give him a proper burial. I bet no one's even paid him his last rites.
At this point, I can't even look at Melfast. I'm just, yeah.
He looks dumbfounded.
Is that how he looked? That face exactly?
No, his face is sort of like...
Like I said, you
That.
know, I don't want to see you ostracized and run out of town. That would be terrible. But again, we've got a lot of work to do, and it would certainly keep me busy if I could afford to buy the equipment I need and then go off and do that job instead of, you know, sitting around the bar, drinking, maybe saying things I might have wanted to have kept quiet.
He goes from scared to scowling at you. He sort of pats his pockets looking for a purse of monies. And he eventually pulls up this small, kind of frayed, tatty little sort of canvas satchel with a little drawstring. And he pulls it out and he goes, and he empties it out and he gives you like a handful of coin.
Okay, this should do me well. Okay, I'll go and buy my supplies and be on with the hunt for the wolf.
I'm
This
sorry for
disembodied
your
voice.
loss.
Okay.
How many times did I get?
You got 2 silvers, 6 coppers.
Okay.
Horrible.
I turned to Scarlett and just gave a shrug and a nod, and I just, you're the only one who can be heartless and take piggy banks.
Okay, I can't judge you.
And at that point,
He's still dumbfounded. He goes, "What piggy bank?"
It's nothing. It's nothing.
nothing to
He
worry about.
sort
You
of
should just
sideways
get back
nods.
to what you're doing to the poor sheriff's corpse. And I recommend you say some kind words. I don't know if you knew him well, but you should definitely try to put his spirit at ease now that you've just unceremoniously burned him. At that point, I just start walking away.
I'll go get the statue of Atos we keep in the house, and he begins scurrying away towards the village.
I'm
Okay.
shaking my head at you, Melfast. I'm shaking my head.
I'm happily just kind
At
of
least
weighing...
the kid that she took the piggy bank from was dead.
Exactly.
All right?
I only take from dead children.
Oh, so you robbed the dead. That makes this so much better.
We're
So much
adventurers. That's in the job description. We call it loot.
Well, at this point, I'm heading off to the shop. The farriers in the Smith general direction that he pointed out.
Okay. What do you want to hit up first?
Well, I personally want to go somewhere where I can buy arrows.
Okay. So he mentioned that the farrier did some hunting supplies. Okay. Just a quick side note. We suddenly hit 173% funding, so
Hey!
extra next session.
Well done, everyone.
Ooh.
Thank you very
Hey!
much for supporting
Thank you.
us.
So you head over to the farriers, and you notice this hobbit, very well-built, strong hobbit with sort of thick bicep arms, with a hammer banging on a piece of metal that, as you get closer, turns out to be a horseshoe.
Wow.
Sitting out front.
Well, at this point, I've tagged along with Melfast because I don't trust him to talk to people on his own. Someone has to keep an eye on him. And Armel's not there.
Yeah. I don't know where I am. Am I still just hanging out in this like ash? It's
Well, it'll
just
take you like a good 3 hours to dig through the ashes of an entire house.
Okay.
Right, well, as
Having a great time.
As we're
To
approaching
find one finger bone.
As we're approaching the what was it? The farriers? Did you say? Is that the word? I'm not familiar with that word. Okay.
Fletcher is what you're looking for, but
Fletcher.
farrier.
Thank you.
Farrier works on iron. And
Well,
stuff,
they're not
usually.
a dedicated Fletcher.
Yeah.
Just generally, mostly the sort of the stuff they do in a small village is mostly just horseshoes. But they do some blacksmithing, and they do sell some hunting supplies, although that's not particularly a major thing for them, considering, it's a very small village.
Okay. Well, approaching the gentleman working out front, I greet Ho, and have you? I was told that you sell
No
hunting
horseshoe.
supplies.
Aye. We don't get many tieflings around here.
Where
are you from?
I get that a lot. I'm from... Are you aware of the big cities? Are you familiar
Are you saying I
with
wouldn't be?
the port city of Atona?
I have heard of it.
That's where I'm from.
Big
A
place.
little ways away. I'm traveling at the moment, and with my companion here, we're looking for some hunting supplies at the moment.
He looks down at you.
Looks down at her. Isn't he the same size as her?
Hobbits are a bit higher than gnomes, and this hobbit is a little bit higher than a normal hobbit. This is a pretty large hobbit. And he looks down at her and goes, "Aye, so you want some hunting supplies, do you?" And he gets up, dunks the horseshoe in the trough of water next to it, and he walks over to effectively a cupboard just on the edge of the building itself, opens it, and he pulls out some arrows, some crossbow bolts, and a handful of bows of general sort, dumps them on a nearby table and goes, "Hey, what do you want then?"
First and foremost, is there anything particular that would catch my eye that is out of the ordinary amongst them?
Sure.
I mean, you said there's an assortment of bows. What type of bows?
Okay, well, there's like the crossbow, there's a short bow, there's a long bow, there's a couple sort of knick-knack bows that are sort of a bit frayed and damaged.
I'm
Arrows are a
afraid
very
I'm going to
random
have
selection.
to ask an out-of-character question here. Is my character able to use a longbow, or is it just short
Your
bow?
character's perfectly able to use a longbow.
Okay. Well, I would pick up one of the longbows and ask how much he wanted for it.
Let me open the correct page. He consults a piece of paper out of his pocket. Consults it some more. Aye, well, that's laminated yew and, longbow. It took me quite a while to craft. Call it 55 gold pieces.
I promptly put it back down. And
Very well.
how much are the arrows?
Aye, what arrows are you looking for? Are you looking for, arrows for your longbow, arrows for your crossbow?
My short bow.
Your short bow arrows, okay. Right, funnily enough, my piece of paper doesn't tell me how much your arrows are worth. Let's just have a look. Here we go. That'll be 1 gold piece for 20.
Okay. I'll pay 1 gold piece for 20.
Okay. As a general side note, your quiver can carry 20 arrows. So if you've any spare, they go in your satchel.
Okay.
Just on the off chance you use more than 20 arrows in one combat, you will have to start pulling them out of the satchel.
Right up.
And you notice these arrows are a general sort of, the points on them are very multi-purpose. They aren't particularly for any one thing. They're slightly broader than, say, an average head, so they're more towards the hunting spectrum. And the fletchings at the end are sort of goose feather.
Okay. Well, while we're here, would you happen to know anything about the giant dog that was seen about town and attacked 2 halflings?
He looks maybe slightly sad for a second, sort of a look of sorrow. And he goes, "Aye, yeah, it killed my apprentice last night, Jem."
Well, sorry for your loss. Do you happen to know if your apprentice was going anywhere last night? Or do you know if he happened to just be moving around and was attacked, or if he'd gone anywhere, perhaps out of the town, just out the outskirts at all?
I sent him to ask Battle Roarer if he needed any more, ammunition or any weapons or anything because of the Death Dog attack the day before.
And when you sent him, I'm just wondering if you happen to, I realize it might be a bit sad to talk about, but do you have roughly any idea how long ago it was that he left prior to the attack? Was he on his way there or perhaps on his way back?
Can't have been any more than 20 minutes, probably less.
Okay. I'll just look to Scarlett and nod. And was there anything you wanted to ask him?
I'm not sure what else we can find out.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time. At that point, I'm ready to leave.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Okay. Wolfslayer, Aramil, you have finished searching the house. You found the finger bone. You may make some Constitution saving throws.
Oh boy.
Good luck. Do these have to be
Disadvantage?
at disadvantage?
I don't know about saving throws. Let me just check for you to confirm.
That'd be rough.
I think it's just attack rolls and ability checks, but I will check. Yeah, it's just saving throws are fine.
Constitution. Okay.
Yeah.
What does it mean if I have a dot on that one?
You proficiency in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually +2, probably.
Okay.
Plus
So it's
whatever your
just a
Constitution
plus.
modifier
It's not, okay. I'm just reinforcing the rules.
I have a 12.
18.
You're both
Damn.
feeling slightly better.
Oh, thank goodness.
Now-
Not
Slightly.
longer poisoned.
Now, I just happened to remember, I mean, I was really distracted because I was sick. Right. Of course. But, last night after having gone to sleep, I remembered that I'm a druid and
You
I
didn't sleep.
I meditated with Anna. But I meditated and I remembered
Not meditate
that
together, okay? let's
sure?
squash
No,
that
no.
right now.
I've got the feeling that
see
last
it
night
going through
Aramil
the
drank a
chat
bit too
room.
much, went up to
I-
Anna's room and was knocking on the door of Wolfslayer, and Wolfslayer was just in there meditating going, I can't hear you.
I never said we meditated together. I just said we meditated at about the
Just
same time.
said.
No, I said we meditated.
Anyway.
Anyway, we meditated last night, right? So, but anyway, I remember I was feeling quite ill, and so I woke up kind of groggy. But then I remembered, you know what? I'm a druid, and so I have this spell. I'm gonna go ahead and memorize it, and so I'm gonna use that spell now. If that's I'm gonna use my spell. It's called Detect Poison and Disease. I forgot I had it. Oops. But I memorized it. No, I did really. I did.
Pretty sure we already knew we were sick.
No. But this was specifically tell us exactly what it is.
Oh, all right. Fair enough.
Do you want to cast it?
I have 2 slots. I'm gonna cast it on me once because she didn't open the door.
I was about to say, she didn't meditate with me.
Okay, you cast Detect Disease. Do you need any fancy components for that?
I definitely know the answer to that because I use the spell a lot.
Yeah, as I suspected. Roll Detect Poison Disease. You can use everything using your focus. You're fine.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
holding
so I
this
just,
pebble around your neck, you cast. You can see the presence of blah 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 blah. Poisons, poisonous creatures, and disease within 30 feet of you. You identify the kind of poison, poisonous creature, or disease in each case. Vaguely looking at yourself and looking at Wolfslayer, you can see the very end traces of some sort of disease. And it is a general sort of collection of diseases that you would find in the mouth of a very dirty creature. So a creature that, bite just causes your flesh to, die off, causes you to just generally feel really unwell. It's not any particular name disease, just as the name is, just a load of diseases that you have in a mouth of the creature that you just wouldn't want to be bitten by. However, they are fading, and you both no longer feel particularly ill.
I feel so much better about myself now. Okay, moving on.
Okay?
So we didn't find anything. Do you want to go back and see what the other 2 were up to?
Not meditate? Yes. Yes, I would like to not
Hey,
meditate.
I'm never going to ask you to meditate again. It's a one-time offer.
Look what you've turned down, Wolfslayer. The
I
prime
know,
lump
we're
of
both
half
sick,
druid.
we have...
Or
So
half elf
we
druid.
go and meet back up with the rest of our group, and we have
Okay.
no leads at all right now.
How long shall we just say they get to us while we're sort of deliberating where we're going to turn to next, Scarlett?
Yeah.
It's
mean-
not a particularly large village. They just find you in the middle of a path out front of one of the inns.
Yeah.
Not the only inn.
Okay. Well, at this point, we're looking for a needle in a stack of needles, effectively. We don't know no one seems to have any idea where something like this would have come from or where something like this could have been up to now. Perhaps it's new, but in that case, we're looking for someone who's recently come through this village. And didn't Battle Roar say that he took the scroll from that traveling merchant some time ago?
Mrs. Miggins pops her head out of the inn, having heard you. It's fairly quiet at the moment,
Okay.
And says, "Well, we haven't had anyone particularly strange coming through here in a fair while.
Aside from us.
I mean, if aside from you, there were a couple of elves the other day, but they didn't seem out of the ordinary. There was some shady fellow a couple of weeks back. There was a group of dwarves came through a good 5 days ago. Other than that, no one springs to mind. No one, to be fair, if you're saying that someone could bring a dog into the village and hide it with two heads and that large, I kind of think that one would be kind of spotted."
I didn't say that they brought the dog here, just that the dog showed up after they did. Were any of them? Would you say any of them look to be scholarly sorts? Perhaps dabble in forces they can scarcely comprehend?
Well, the shady bloke looked pretty shady. The dwarves didn't look particularly wizardy. I don't know. We don't really go in for magic around here. We're fairly hard-working folk. Got no truck with that.
This shady fellow, do you know anything more about him?
Not really.
Did he stay at the inn, or did he stay anywhere that you know of? Someone we could talk to who maybe had dealings with him?
Oh, he stayed here. He just popped in, paid in coin, and went upstairs, and then left before we were up in the morning.
At this point, I'm looking to the rest of my group and seeing if they've got anything to add.
Well, if they can't help us, I mean, if they can't tell us where to go, then let's just leave. It's not our problem. Why are we even here? We just
You're
stopped
still
in this
awaiting
town
payment.
Well, I would be the first to say we could just walk away from this.
We haven't
There's
gotten
quite a lot
paid.
of money on offer, and also I kind of feel we owe it to them at this point. Far be it from me to feel morally obliged to do anything, but
Well,